Taurus, what's good? I'm your wild and free high priest. My name's Armando. This is your message for the upcoming new moon in Libra, post the ecliptic zone, post the last quarter moon in Cancer. I've been getting a lot of messages because of that aspect, the moon in Cancer squaring with the sun in Libra. So we'll vibe with that. This may be for the next week or the end from here on to the end of October. But what happens this week, next week, is very significant for what's unfolding for you for the next 9 months. I ask our guides of the highest, most brilliant, divine white light, protect me, protect us as I channel and interpret for your Taurus divine. Taurus, thank you so much for being here. I honor you. I honor your path, and I am ever so grateful for our energetic exchange. Remember, take only what resonates, leave the rest to the rest. This may be about them. This may be about you. This may be about everyone involved. This may be a message from the past, of the present, or the future, indeed. Thank you. A number. This deck is so cool. Thank you. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll get a number and an animal. A message for the Taurus collective for their mid-October check-in. The number 9. Wow, okay. Here you go. I'm so sorry. I know I blank out a lot. Monument at the bottom of the deck, number 3. We'll have to figure out what that one says, right? Let me see what it can say for you. Yes. Survival of the fittest. Wow. Holy wow. Okay. Survival of the fittest, number 9. Before I forget, let me just look into that. There is a key here on the monument, which reminds me of that. It oddly to me gives like New York City or Pisa in Italy, but it is a monument. Perhaps you're leaning towards something, and it could be involved. It could involve the family. It could involve close siblings of those or folks of that nature. Support. Okay. Fitting in somewhere new. Okay. Number 9 is the Hermit, right? The resolution, and we are in the sun hour. The number 9 is in numerology, it is associated with Mars. This is growing pains. Some endings feel like failures. They're not. You learned, you lost, you grew. Let go of the idea of succeeding and just finish it. Don't be afraid to fail. The timing is not right now. Okay? You'll be better off having tried than not having done anything at all. Things can't grow under all that pressure. Okay? So a release. Letting it, to me, it is like let it sink in, which is a resounding message as of late that I've been in my readings, personal readings for clients. It has been about confronting, facing the truth as, I guess, tough as it may be. It's highly advised, especially by your guides. Okay, so before I go into the wild mystic, I do want to say that the moon for Taurus rising especially affects that 3rd house, the Gemini house, the house of the neighborhood, the close local community, mercantilism, being a merchant, the way you sell your business, the way you sell within your business is what I mean. The way you do business, the way you conduct, what you talk about. It is also associated with siblings or folks of that nature again. So you could be, many messages here, you could be receiving messages from a crossover loved one, like a sibling or someone again of that nature, or someone close to you by law, or just in your family that have crossed over, that are now part of your ancestral lineage. They could be guiding you. You could be getting support from them to move in a direction from one place or one community or one neighborhood or one place or one business onto the next. And so it's not about giving up what you're doing now completely. It is about leaning into incorporating, integrating, and then maybe in the 9 months you'll feel qualified, you'll feel ready to fully commit to that new venture, or you'll know by then if it is working in your favor or if you need to move on. It's best to try than never to have at all, right? Another message is that you could be helping someone, or someone like that could be helping you in support of their business, in support of speech, communication, or just you could be guided to new friendships as well. Okay. Work. It could be a lot to do with work after taking time out to rest. The moon in Cancer calls for a lot of rest. That's where you receive a lot of downloads from your ancestors, whether ancient or new, right? We thank them. Thank you so much. Wonderful guides. A message for the Taurus Collective for their mid-October to end of October check-in. Peace and consume. Okay, wait. Okay, love. Mystery. Many mirror images here. And victory. Victory in love, or love victory. Bringing love into the situation, right? Not being so cold. So maybe also rest will allow you to feel the actual aspect of moving on, having learned, now applying wisdom, or having that wise forward movement to commit to synchronistically, serendipitously come to a partnership that works for you. And this could be something you love to do, or this could be someone you fall in love with. Again, self-admission, self-acceptance, self-care, self-reflection, and then forward movement will garner victory. Again, it could be that what I was thinking is like straddling or between two worlds, right? See, here we have they're very reflective, right? Okay, Taurus, I know I'm silly. I need thumbnails, but getting a lot of like the blast of the horn, judgment, Archangel Gabriel. Okay. You may also have something to say, or you're helping someone say something. You're helping someone package their word. So like package the brand to take to market. So also all of that is involved. How to advertise and promote justly, authentically. Okay, thank you so much. So of course something like that would be like a springboard idea that then develops over the 9 months, or in the next 9 months, you receive the results. You see the results over time. They culminate. After 9 months, you see a victory. You're on your way to that. Whoa. Nature spirits, divine feminine, and boundaries. Whether you work with the Fae or they are protecting you. You could be a feminine, or they're helping you to clear away from that. So definitely honor your rest. Sacred symbol oracle for the Taurus collective for the mid-October check-in. What's good? Yeah, divine timing, right? But this is going to work out for you, perhaps during the spring, or it's like mid-spring, which is you, Taurus, Sun in Taurus, mid-spring, or wherever you may be, right? Mid-fall, if you're in the southern hemisphere. Also, mid-summer, or more so end of summer, but yeah, close to that gap. Sun in Leo, right? Protection, of course, divine timing, giving it time, that quality of patience of letting things unfold as you work on all these aspects, right? Not to forget about yourself. Don't forget about you, especially how you're caring for yourself and healing. Archetypes, anyone? Taurus, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching the videos, and please don't forget to hit like. The 17th is really significant, which is just like in 2 days, less than 2 days. Wow, the one card 30, 10, 10, 10, and the sword card 62. Going about it alone for the meanwhile. Saturn may be asking you, because you need a lot of clarity in the mind. You need focus on your career or financial goals, or work in general. Okay, mid-October check-in for Taurus collective. The medallion. So a gift is coming, or like not an offering, but receiving. Again, the medallion is in reference to family, heritage, lineage. This is card 59. Very Saturnian age, meaning second Saturn return. Okay. And what's the challenge? Okay. Okay, being open to receiving after applying these methods, or okay, yeah, the mountain wants to come out. The offering. I was like, the medallion is not the offering, but why is the offering? It's here anyway. And then the hunter. So in that, keep the focus, it is that gratitude practice, right? Like candle magic, or meditation with a candle as a performance, as a magical way to perform, or a magical ritual. Understand that you need the strength, so you need to conserve, or you need to transmute energy, and you are being, this moon was an offering, but within that, it is required for you to lean into quiet time, and also not be so hard on yourself, because it can translate as you being too high up there, right? Like you being hard on yourself means you're hard on others. And so that could be the main message here, is to soften the focal point, and then also release that centered focus on self-judgment, and then move and center the focus on what you have to offer. You have a lot to offer, Taurus. Let us never forget to remind you. Don't, even if I forget to remind you, don't forget. But this moon offers you a lot of downloads for something to rise up. And it's more like you're rising to the occasion to receive, okay? The challenge being the mountain, not staying in that hermit mode or allowing for time alone and not relying on it. But did I say relying on time alone but not relying on it? I don't know what I meant there. Wow, the pilgrim. Using that time alone as a form of ritual akin to a pilgrimage, going out perhaps into nature alone and then coming back. That is a meditation. Remember, I believe it was in the collective message, or maybe one of the recent messages, like Pisces or Aquarius, or I'm not too sure. Maybe you have 12th house, 11th house, Aquarian, Piscean placements. Maybe you have Aries placements. The act of putting your attention on the breath and your movements. For example, take this example, this case study. Getting in your car or waiting on the bus, getting on the bus, going out to travel to nature, parking, and then like taking note of every step along the way and your movement, the breath, really not fully concentrated, but placing your attention, your mind's eye, on your movement and what it takes basically for you to go from point A to point B and then back, as a form of meditative practice. There could be something along the way, and that's part of divine timing. Like, how would you know along the way you come to find something? And also that means you can't be so fixated on what you want. You could want a victory, you could want a better offer at work or something like that, something that better aligns with you, but not remaining glued in and locked in where it drives you to self-criticism and harsh judgment upon yourself, okay? Either way, you are meant to receive something in the next 9 months, as in you may actually receive an offering of some sort of victory while you maintain this posture, right? Okay. Can we have clarity on this medallion, the mountain? So, where the Taurus Collective stands now, why the medallion? Love, 2 of Cups. First, you, okay? See your mirror self, as the divine self. Feel whole, feel complete. So did I say the 17th, when the sun in Libra squares with Jupiter in Cancer, there may be a decision that will affirm or be confirming for the decisions that you've made recently. or it will be a telltale sign that you're on your way to love. Two of Cups, okay? It starts small, the offer, and then the right now it could be small, but right now you're being asked to lean into that. Venus in Cancer. After next week, then things begin to unfold in a flourishing manner, okay? Yes, Temperance, art. Number 14, the alchemy. This is a higher divinely guided path, so this relationship can withstand the test of time. It hasn't formulated in this dimension, in the matrix, in this 3D world. But that's not to say you should feel alone, because it's that you need to transmute again in your time of rest. Transmutation meaning applying the wisdom, but also making sure you let the feeling, let the emotions pass through self-care, self-acceptance, self-admins, writing, journaling, the yoga, all that, breath work. Again, meditating on your practice to make it to the mountain, something like that. I was just getting a call from a Leo, a triple Leo. I don't know why. I don't know why I choose to tell you these things. But we said the Leo, 9 of Cups and King of Cups. It could, you could be, your guides are directing you to expand from that point. Jupiter in Pisces. Although a lot has gone awry or gone, like you've had to leave a lot behind, it is your spiritual understanding at a higher level. Well, okay, that's the 7 of Wands, Valor, Mars and Leo. Which we talked about that could be the challenge, very, very much so, right? Like not fighting against this or giving up that fight. Why the offering and the hunter? Yes, 10 of Swords, ruin. So not to be so fixated on what happened, but now understand what it means for you, in your case, moving, not fixating on it, not focusing on it, and moving on from it. There is something to take away. If it is, it's not even like how big was the takeaway, because it could be a small little seedling of understanding. It's meant to just be that momentum, like, okay, shift over there. 10 of Swords, Sun in Gemini. The Sun is really like talking right now. What are you moving on from? Thank you so much. Okay, from an organization, from a way of doing, from a structure, from a way of belief, a system of belief. Also, yeah, the way you do things is also changing. The Hierophant. Taurus energy, that's you. Okay. Coming into a whole new form, right? We've been talking a lot about that. Or you may need that, right? You may need that like structure. Another key is here. Hecate is very present as of late in a lot of these readings. Really driving that divine masculine, the force to move in that new direction, okay? Or the force to help you to understand and to channel the guidance to accept your knowing, the inner knowing, and to move from there. So that esoteric, occult only because it's hidden. It's in the mind. It's of the body. It's of the ethers, and now, but you have that drive, that power, the passion to actually transmit it into this reality, okay? But you understand that now, okay? Yes, Six of Swords, Mercury in Aquarius. Okay, what's at the top of your mind? A lot of choices, too many choices. Magic, Venus in Scorpio. It could be something like coming up ahead in. It could be really centered on what's coming at the end of the month of November, okay? But there's also a lot of magic. Keep in mind that you already called for a lot. So the magic, the ritual aspect could just be to, I'm getting called to inform you to rely more on the meditative aspect of the ritual, to center focus, not to attempt to manifest anew, because that could end up as in, you could end up having just too many options and a lot of unrealistic, or you're already determining what's unrealistic, where your passions have led you, and really determining whether those desires are actually authentic, whether those desires are for you or not anymore. Wow, is this going to be a long one? What are you looking ahead towards? Thank you, Taurus. Okay, I don't know why I picked up. There's a harmonious change of home, or just taking on a whole new responsibility. Here's that Seven of Cups, Venus in Virgo, Venus in Scorpio. And then here's what you're looking ahead: a victory, Six of Wands, Jupiter in Leo, more Leo, and then the Ace of Pentacles. A victory in a new space, a new place, a new way of making money, a new or more income, a new flow of income, right? Adding more. Take responsibility. That's what I mean, is that's where your guides are. Take on that as your priority, and make that your responsibility. Make it your responsibility to prioritize this victory first. The money, the financial, those aspects, before you give up or give in to love, right? Taurus, what is good? Okay. Yeah, let's not go on too long. Oh yes, here we are. And I just want 4 cards to complete your Celtic cross. One for where you stand in your power now, what surrounds you in your environment, your hopes and fears, and the outcome based on this observation, okay? Okay, yeah, we said this Mercury in Cancer that third house, that Gemini house, new way of doing business, new way of making money, taking time to the process of the evolution of an idea into a product, and the product then going to market and then seeing results as in revenue, making money, profiting from that, relying on friends or receiving messages from friends. A celebration is what's looming and coming around you. Yes, those guides, the alchemical, the reality is starting to set in. It's like you're being drawn to it. You're being called to it. The Lovers, Gemini. This is that, the feeling coming from that, that higher consciousness into this, your level of consciousness, so that then you can create it. You can start to see it in your belief. That is what you could be working towards. Or maybe you became a little, what is the word? With the Hierophant in that past, leaving that behind, you could have wavered from that, but that is still, it's still around you. That's why the need for this type of processing, okay? And then your hopes and fears. Oh my gosh, your hopes, your fears is, I think you don't fear this change, Saturn in Libra, 3 of Swords, okay? The fear of being hurt, or the fear of falling into the same trap, okay? I believe that's why you're being guided to not attempt to magically manifest and call in more. You've already called in something really big. The offering is coming. Stay centered and focused on that, right? Not the pain. And the outcome, yes. So it could feel like you're being inspired, hopefully, or on the other end, you could be instigated by spirit again to recenter your focus. Yes, it's coming. Yes, it's happening. Yes, it's big. Yes, it's going to take 9 months. The Hierophant speaks with the Hecate's key, okay, the raven and the thunderbolt. This is the outcome. We were just saying you're leaving, you kind of shifted away from that, but the outcome is that. The outcome is that is coming back. Taurus energy. The Hierophant twice. The Lovers and the Art card, Temperance. Alchemy on the higher plane, alchemy in that subconscious within you, okay? And how is it then, how are you allowing it to be manifested in reality? The Hierophant, how can you allow it to come into order? What actions do you need to take? We spoke about those harmonious changes. The Magician. We're talking about all this magic, and you've done this, you've done it. Don't forget. Survival of the fittest. You can survive this because you're fit for this. Taurus, brilliant. What's the 3 of Cups, right? Okay. Clarity on the 3 of Cups. Saturn in Taurus and the Emperor, Aries. Okay. Refocus the Sun. Okay. You're asked to work on this, even though right now it may not seem like it will work. It's coming into that structural foundation. And we talked a lot about divine masculine. So the need, we said the Aries months, we said the Leo month, Aries or Taurus month, Saturn in Taurus, working, persevering, and patience, eliminating what isn't good, what isn't working for you with unconditional love, not being fixated on the failures, okay? Focus now on what is actually working, and it may be difficult to find that, but some sort of organization, reorganization, even in the home or again, the sun, feeling the feeling of feeling good, feeling that gratitude, taking sun baths, sunbathing, or if possible, or maybe this is just a sign of good. It can be good, even though right now you're like, are you sure about that? This may be what leads you to find that counterpart, right?